Generic greetings! Previously, we kicked off our brand new construction series of Factorio and got the basics in. So as you can see, on the top left, we have our burner mining drills bringing coal down, and then in the center, we have some nice smelters that are smelting iron, which is all good. We have to manually pick them up and stuff. It's not really a big problem. Over here, we have our copper line, which we don't have any smelters going here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set up 3 of them right now because I can. So I want 1, 2, and then 3, and then obviously want actually I've got 4 of them, but I'll keep that in my pocket for now. We also need some burner inserters, so I'll set 10 of them on the go. 5 of them will do, and then we'll connect all this up like hang on, we'll say that one, and then that's a problem because we don't have, as far as I can tell, we don't have splitters yet, do we? Splitter is a research which goes about there somewhere. There's a splitter there, yes. So we need to actually do some research in order to get this sorted. Oh, well, we'll just do it manually for now. So we'll put all of this stuff in. There we go. Please smelt all of that. You smelt all of that. Out of coal. I might as well rip this up. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go down. As you can see, a lot of coal here. Pick all this up. Go to this box. And boom, loads of coal there as well. And we will just fill this up. So anyway, what we're going to be doing in this episode is getting electricity up and running. So let's just crack on with that right now. We need some steam engines, and I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boilers. And then we will also need a pump, which requires electrical circuits. And that means we have to have copper cable and a copper plate. So yeah, well, that is good. We actually put these smelters in because we do need copper. And there we go. There's that there. So once we've got electricity up and running, we can then start to properly automate these areas. So at the moment, I have to manually insert the coal into these burner miner drills. And obviously stuff gets brought down here and then fed into these ones here. So we need to change all of these. Now, what I'll be doing eventually is have a bit of a dual line. So this will probably go up instead of down. I'll be redoing all of this, and I did mention that in the previous episode, that a lot of what we do here will be pretty much redone entirely. And once that's sorted, let me just get some I think we'll get 2, 3, we'll just get loads of pipe. You always need a lot of pipe. We'll be redoing most of what we've done here because this is just to start off with. This is a very, very basic set of automation, but once we get electricity, it's a lot easier. Obviously, we have to worry about bugs as well, so we do need to start thinking about walls, but we should be okay for some time. Right, anyway, so this is where we have our this is where we're going to have those steam engines. We're going to have steam engines going from there up to the top. So what we need is a pump, and I'm going to put 1 pump, I think, about there. That should do us for now. Then I'm going to get some pipe to ground because they are useful for making a bit of a gap, and I want a gap so I can see I'll be mining all of this coal, and then that'll feed the steam engines here. That's what we'll be doing. So we'll go in there, and then out. It only really needs to be about out there because we're going to have another bank of steam engines here, so I'm having to roughly work out what we need there. So there's that, and then we need boilers, and then we'll basically put a big line of boilers like so. That's a total of 8 boilers because you can have, I believe, 5 steam engines in total connected to that. So I'm actually going to just put in the 5 steam engines like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any more than that, and you really do get some losses, so there's no real point with that one. And we're also going to start making a lot more transport belts, and we need to start thinking about some burners over here. In fact, what I'll do, I'll start ripping all this up. There we are. Pick that up. There's a lot of trees and stuff, and pull these up so we can actually get places in, because we're going to need to place things around. Now, there's been a couple of comments, well, several comments, actually, many comments, and we'll try to remember them all. I've actually written some of them down, but one of them is concerned with the burners that we're going to use for the supply of coal to the steam engines, and people have said that what we should probably do, instead of having electric mining drills, which I mentioned, we should have burners and then use them to feed themselves. So what we have, generally, the idea is that you have, say, burners, then a line in the center, and then you split that line off to go up and back round to then feed themselves with burner inserters and used to feed a burner mining drill, so that you have burners feeding burners, and then you just burn everything, and that allows you to keep getting electricity regardless of what happens over here. Now, that is actually a good idea, but the logic of it is slightly flawed, and the reason it's slightly flawed is because A lot of people say that, oh, what you should do is have it that way, because as soon as you lose electricity, you won't have then stuff coming off this line, which means you will never ever have these boilers filling up. That's actually not right, because generally what will happen is if you lose electricity, these things here have already pumped all of the stuff onto the belt, and then the belt will be carried to here. All resources will be carried here. So there's no reason not to have electrical ones, and it means you don't have to feed more supplies, which obviously is even more annoying. Let me just make some transport belts, and then I want to probably make 2 or 3 electric mandrills. I think 4 for now, actually. 4 should probably do it. Like I say, this coal seam here, this entire coal line is only going to be feeding the steam engines. That's all it's going to be for. And then obviously we'll run electrical cables over to there and then start doing some more electric-y stuff. Electric-y stuff? That's a word now. We could also, if we really wanted to, put we could probably put, if we wanted to, one of them there, a burner, and then collect extra coal, but I don't think we really need to, so let's just see how this goes. Right, so this is our miner drill now. Oh, look, there's a fish in there. There you go, look, fish, health 20/20. Currently you can't go in the water, I don't think, and you can't fish, which is a bit of a shame, but either way, fishies, cool. You can't get boats as well. I'm sure there'll be a mod there. There's always a mod for it. Right, okay, so we need electric mining drill, and you can see there's an area of effect. So I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it so we have to mess around too much. So I am going to just say, there's the overall area of effect, job done. Okay, so there's that. Now the problem with this setup at the moment is that everything will go onto one end of the line. So it'll always go onto this side, which is something I don't particularly want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that up, and then I'm going to say that one comes off and then onto there. No, you can't do it that way. You have to pick that one up and have it like that. So that's going to go up and then land on that side of the line. This one is, we could do it, what's the best way of doing it? You could just like go around like that. Don't really know what the best way of doing it is. Does it really matter? Actually, it sort of doesn't at this point. That'll do us for now. We'll be okay. And just for the sake of ease, we'll do that. And then these are going to run across. And then, actually, we'll run it across. And then down. And job done. Right, so while we are waiting... Actually, we're not really waiting. Actually, we're pretty much done. We'll put, say, 20 small electrical poles in the queue, and while that's building, I'm going to run over here, and obviously I need to rip all of these out of the furnaces, cactises, something like that. Pick all that up because we need to remove it out, otherwise it just won't smelt. There we are. They're all still running. They're still running. Is this one still running? It is, and we will fill up with coal. Why not? Job done. Right. So electrical cable, we need to connect all of these things up. Now we could go in the center, and that might be a good idea. See if we can connect that one up there, that one up there, that one up there, and then that one. Actually, you know what? We could probably, if we were just doing singles, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay. And then, what I should have done is put a under over here and then move them all down, but I'm not going to rip them all up just to do that now. Then we need to move these across, and obviously then that's going to connect all of these. Now you can see that's gone from yellow, that's changed from yellow to red. What that means is that yellow means it's got no connection whatsoever. Red means it has connection, it's just got no fuel. So in this case, that's electricity. This is no coal, like nothing to burn. I think you can actually put oil in there. You can barrel up oil and fling it in. Anyway, so that is all connected up. What we need to do is start the steam engine. So what you do is you pretty much just manually put in a bit of coal. So there's a bit, and there's a bit, and there's a bit, and there's a bit. And what will happen is you can see the water temperature on the right-hand side is currently 15 degrees because that's the ambient temperature of the water. And then it's going up to 80 odd, and then that brings it to 100, and then it's already 100, so we're pretty much superheating it. And then boom, we now have electricity. They're pumping loads of smog out, and everything's probably going to kill us. Right, so that is now functioning. That is good. So we just need to start running some more electrical cables. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to start running the cable to our right, to our main base. And obviously if there's a tree in the way, then we rip it down because we don't particularly care about it, even though we should. There we go. They're just obstacles to us. Okay. So we are now over to the main base, which is good. And what we can do if we really wanted to is pretty much redesign this entire smelting area, because we don't really need... Oh, we still need the core line. We do still need the core line, but we don't really need anything else. I'm going to make one lab. We don't really need to make... Well, we need the core line for sure, but we don't need the burners anymore because we've got electricity. And we really want to start changing these stone furnaces to steel furnaces. Now, I think the steel furnace is actually about the same size. I think it is the same size. The electric one is definitely different, so we'll have to change things around. What I've done here, by the way, is just make one lab. And the reason I've done that is because I can just say, bump research, a bit of logistics, and while I'm not doing anything, I can put, say, 10 science packs in the queue and start researching while I'm running around, messing around with the line. So... let's think about our smelting line. Actually, we need to think about where we're going to put our main factory. So this is probably where we're going to put a lot of it. Now, the problem with that is that it's actually quite squished up. So I think what we'll do, we will rip all of this up. We will have our smelting facilities here for copper and iron. Obviously, we've got loads of iron over there if we need it. I was just trying to use this bit here. And, I mean, obviously we can expand up the top, we can expand all over the place. I'm sure I'll rip this factory down and put it back in, you know, many, many times. Let me just put that in there. So this is doing a bit of research now. So what's happening is our Science Pack 1 is researching Logistics 1, which Logistics 1 will give us fast inserters, underground belts, and, importantly, splitters, okay? That is good. So, we have electricity. Let's have a look at our electricity supply. 60 kilowatts. We're using pretty much nothing. That's our overall production. As you can see, that's the amount we're currently producing. That's what we can produce. So, yeah, we don't really need to worry too much about production losses. Because we've got a lot. Look at the performance, look. Performance is a tiny little bit. Anyway. So, let us crack on with, I'll put that in there, and what I'm going to do is rip up all of this, because we no longer need this. We don't want to use burners anymore. We're not going to use the burner inserters. We need to pull this off the line, and then rip all of this up, and then what I'll do is I'll probably put the coal in there, because otherwise I'm going to be here forever. So, all of these get pulled up. As I said, this is going to be completely redesigned, and it was just a temporary thing, a temporary automation system, which has done its job quite adequately, I believe. So let me just pull all of these up. Oh, damn it. Don't stand on the belt when you're trying to pull stuff up, because otherwise you just end up going... Actually, no, you can. It's quite good for pulling up the belt itself, because you come down like that, which is quite useful. There we go. There's all that picked up. And then we'll pull these up, and then my bag is going to be pretty full, I think. So there's that ripped up now. Obviously, we've got a bit of an issue with bits of coal and stuff lying on here, but we'll resolve that issue by going around and pressing F. There we go, and that's still going to do it. And I think that's about right. So this coal gets ripped up, like so. Because what I'm wanting to do is have... Let's have a quick look. We need to start making lots of electric mining drills. And we're going to mine here and then smelt over... Probably smelt it around here. Probably smelt around there. We'll go to the left and up, and then this one... So what I want to do is delete that, because we're redoing all of this as well. Because we're going to go up and round rather than the other way. And that's what someone mentioned in the comments. Several people mentioned in the comments as well that we should do. Go up and then in the centre, and you'll see why in just a moment. So, what is the best way to do this? Well, we need to have coal going into these, and we also have to have the raw resources, whether it be iron or copper. And then once that's done, we also need to take them out, which is the main issue, that we need to actually bring it out. So I think what we'll do, we'll have 3 lines through the centre. Is that right? Yes, it is. 3 lines through the centre. And while we're doing nothing, I'll just put there more things in the queue there. Right. More science packs because we're trying to make this get this logistics sorted. Right, so we want to have all of this around here. This is going to be where we'll take all of our iron, and that'll go onto that line, and that line. No. It's quite hard to see that one. And I think that and that. That's only going to get a tiny bit. 2.8k, it's still alright, isn't it? It's still a fairly decent amount. And then this is going to have a belt running up like so. And this is going to have belt running up like that as well. And then we'll go onto this side. Now, as I said, we actually know we want to go the other way. I'm going to go the other way. Oh, God, it's pitch black. Yes, I know people have already mentioned when it gets dark and you put some lights in. Well, lights do take a lot of time to make, so yes, we will, but it's a future me problem because I want to get the other stuff up first. What we'll do, we need to pull it to the left because once we run out of this stuff, which, to be fair, we're not going to run out of this little seam here. Well, this isn't going to run out for quite some time. We'll have this probably... We'll have this come down and then feed into this one, so we won't have to redesign the entire thing. Or by the time this thing's run out, because that's like 21k, that's 22k, that's 2115. By the time that's run out, we'll have redesigned it all again twice anyway. So it's a false economy sort of thing. Right, up to the top here, we're going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that we're going to keep this line. All right, like that. I know these are going, but it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is have it come up, like so, and then along, and I really wish I could get rid of that. Can you pick it out? Stone rock, can you shoot it? You can't shoot it. Okay, so it's something that's just in the way at the moment, which is always greatly fun. We can smash into it with a big tank if we really wanted to as well. So what we'll do, we'll have our smelting station on this side for the iron. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, what we'll do on a gap, I don't think we really care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will do us for now, no problem at all there. And then we want the iron belt running up this side. So actually, that's pretty much the place we need it to be. And then we want the coal belt running the other way, like so. And then we want another belt running... Actually, if it's running from there, we could bring it down this way. It doesn't really matter which way it goes. As long as it's getting brought into this area, then we're pretty much sorted. So let's rip these up here. All of this up for now. There we go. Actually, what I'll start to do is I'll probably electrify all of this stuff so it's actually working. That's always a good sign, right? There's that sorted. We're going to make a lot more belts. And then we want a couple of inserters around here. We want normal inserters and we want long inserters, which actually we don't have yet, but we will do in a moment. Let me just pull this up because I want to then turn the belt round and then straight down, and then that goes into this center channel. So as you can see, the ore's coming on the left, the iron ore's coming on the left, the coal is coming in the center, and then on the right, when I do this, actually what I'll do, I might as well do it from here. Now, will we be able to get around this rock? Balls. Alright, fine. Fine. We will go around the... No, we won't. We will go around the rock, and it's a feature now. It's a feature, right? That's what developers say when something is not exactly working as intended. They either say it's working as intended, or they call it a feature. And that's what we're going to do. And then down to... Damn it, just run out. And there we go. So, there's that sorted. We've got 3 of these. And we will put them on the other side. 1, 2, 3. And obviously we want another 3 of said furnizers. And then we need many inserters. So I'm just going to put them all in the queue. Obviously, a lot of this stuff I will be automating at some point. That's the whole point in this thing. But it will be at some point. So, there's that sorted. Inserters will go in, and then, damn it, we can't put another one there. Actually, just thought of a slight problem here. I'm going to have to rip up a lot of this because... Damn it, and now my axe has run out. Because we need to put electrical poles in, and I haven't really left any gappage. And we definitely need gappage. Gappage is important. So, pull these up. Because with our basic electrical poles, we won't be able to fit anything in. Actually, this might be a bit of a... This might be a good thing, because it means that because we've left enough gappage, we will... what do we need? While I'm doing nothing, I always like something in the queue, so let's just make science packs. I didn't need to pull the bottom one off, and it's the only one I did. And now that one. There we go. The reason this is actually a good thing is because later on when you get to electric smelters, they are a different size. And this size is what they are. So we'll be able to fit these in without any messing around. So yeah, again, completely planned, he says, as a complete lie. So, there's all them put in. We will go down here and just say science packs in there. There you go. Finish off logistics, which will be good. And then we want to have the... They're all them going inside. Then obviously we want these to exit, like so. Now, we have a slight problem. Any second it's going to go dun dun dun, as I said. And then we need to start researching automation, which will give us a long-handled inserter, okay? And the reason that is good is because it actually makes the entire thing that I've just put in work. And that's a good thing, you know? Making this work is, I would say, fairly crucial to the entire factory. Let's put some science packs in there. More science. We've got 20 science packs in there. What's the lab called, actually? It is called the Lab Ben Cross. I think there was a lab... I was going to say DLC, but it's not. It's like a reward tier that when you bought into it, you could have a certain level, which is, you know, quite good. Right, so these are going to come off the line, and how do we want to do this? We could put it in separate boxes, or we could not. And those are the options, really. So these are going to come off. I don't really want the burner inserters anymore. These are going to go into there, off there, into this one. In there, smelt, out into what? Do we want a belt? Actually, we just want a belt. Like so. There's the belt. And you'll notice that it is only going to go on one side of the line, and I'm aware of this, but I'm not particularly bothered at the moment. As long as it goes on the line, then that's all that really matters. Alright, so there's that. We need to put our inserters in. Actually, they're not really inserting, they're actually exerting. Extracting. Extractivating. Removing. Yeah. Reverse inserting. That's the one. Right. So they're going to go in there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's sorted. And perfect timing. It's just finished the dun-dun-dun. So we're sorted. Now we're going to research walls because we will need them eventually. And I think getting them sooner rather than later, or getting them, I guess, before we need them. I'm going to build 12 long-handled inserters, by the way. Getting them before we actually really desperately need them because things are going tits up is a good idea. So... what I'm going to do now is run some electrical cable. And as you can see, we now have a gap in between all of these, which means everything can be connected up as intended. Which is why planning is very important. Like so. And then everything is connected up, I think. That is connected up, and what I'm going to do is put one over that side as well, because it means that if we ever have a problem with this one, we have some redundancy. So, you're seeing that these are that's not smelting. That's because we haven't got a long handle inserter to bring the coal in, which now we do, and it means that all of these are now smelting. And bump. Ah, yes. Functionating. It is working. Right, so we need some more inserters, and that's what we're going to make. And we're going to have, at the moment, we're just going to have a couple of boxes on either side. Actually, we'll make the line a little bit longer. 1, 2. Pull that up. And then same on this side. Actually, it's already long enough. And we'll say 1, 2. 1, 2. Boxes 1. And actually, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Iron chests. Pull that up. Iron chests. 1, 2. And over this side, researched as well. So that was stone walls. We've got steel processing, which would be quite useful, but as you can see, it does take 20 science packs, so I don't really want to do that at the moment. That one requires science pack 2, which is not good. This one gives you lights, which might be a good thing. This one gives you stack inserter bonus. We've got some military, which gives us submachine guns. Actually, yes, let's go for that one there. I don't know when or where the beasties will attack, but you know what? I'm not in any particular hurry to find out exactly what their level of annoyance is. Let's just put a bigger box there so we can keep smelting the stone. So far, we have all of this done via electricity. Let's just go to electric mining drill and build several more of them, because it's going to be important that we do that. Nice sip of beverage, just water. But it stops my throat dying a death of mummification. Let me just pull all these up because we are going to upgrade all of these to electric ones. We're actually beasting through this a lot faster than I thought we would, and that is a good thing. Let me just put that one there and then that one there. Now, yes, people have mentioned again that this is the very small ones and I should change it and move it elsewhere. To be honest with you, I'd rather get the small ones out of the way, because that means we just got more building space. Because if you can build over this, but inevitably what happens is you build over it and then you need it later on. So, you know what? It's fine. Also, I knew I forgot something. I wanted to clarify right at the start of this episode a couple of things. Actually, just one thing mainly. And that is that a couple of people have said, oh, you should do it this way, this is more efficient, blah, blah, blah. I am not aiming for a maximum 100% efficiency, blah, like, you know, everything sorted the best way you're going to win it. Because, for a start, that's tedious. Secondly, it's generally boring for me to mess around for 20 minutes, just making it like 3% more efficient or changing the lines. Later on, that's something that we will do because we have to do it. But my aim is to get through this and make it interesting and hopefully make some nice production lines and things like that, and not really to worry too much if something isn't the best design possible, because, as I said, that isn't overly interesting. And also, it's not something I can do. I've mentioned several times, I'm not the best at these sort of things, and I'm going to make mistakes. It's just, you know, part of life. But this is the internet, actually, and we realise that, you know, you're not supposed to make mistakes, and they do that. Then you're a scrub and a scumbag and many, many other things. Anyway, let's connectorate all of these up, and there we go. That's now using electricity to crack on, and that will be that one sorted, and this one is going to be the same sort of thing. Boom, and it was the last line as well that we needed. So let's just research or start building a couple more science packs, and we can probably, if we really want to, rip all of these up now because we don't need them, and it means that we don't have to build more because you know, we do have believe it or not, we do have a finite amount of resources and actually finite amount of time. So I want to make sure that that's sorted. That is not working, and that's only that's because I ripped it up and changed it around. What I am going to do is have a inserter there and there, and the reason I've done that is so I can put a couple of boxes like so, and then open these up and pretty much fill it with copper ore, and that means that I can get rid of the copper ore that I've got, and also pull this up here, which means that we no longer have boxes full of copper, and that's probably going to fill. Yeah, there you go. Now I do like that. That's I mentioned in the previous episode that there's been a lot of changes made to Factorio, but not a great number of additions, believe it or not, even though it's like been, what, 2 years or so since or a year and a half since I last really played this thing. There's not been a massive number of additions, considering it's been a year and a half, but there has been is a lot of fixes and stuff, and one of the refinements, and one of the refinements which I do find quite good is that if you previously, if you ripped up something like a box and you couldn't, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. If you ripped up a box and it was full of stuff, it would just spill its contents, and you couldn't pick it all up. It would just spew its contents all over the floor like the Cookie Monster after a Maryland bender. It would just be like, blah, blah, everywhere, right? Well, that's not nice. We don't want that at all. So now what happens is if you try to pick something up, it will go, oh, right, we need to sort of put that in his pocket. Oh, his pockets are full. Well, let's not regurgitate the entire contents of this all over the place and make it more annoying and lag the game out. It's not a good thing. So it's fixed that way. Right, so we are researching military. We've almost got that done. I'm going to probably put, what do I need in the queue? I'm going to start researching 1, 2, 3, or start building. I keep saying researching. I'm going to start building assembly machines because this is where we really start our automation. We've now got a nice automated smelter area that's run off electricity, and we've done a bit more research, which is good. Turrets? Yeah, let's research gun turrets. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone furnaces, furnizes, whatever they're called. And we have 6 of the other one. We got 6, 2 sets of 6, 12 if you can add up, and 6 of them are making iron plates. There you go, iron plate. And the other one is making copper plates. So we're getting the same amount on either side. Now, generally, I think you end up using a bit more iron at the start, and then later on it's about 50-50, and then it goes towards copper, especially when you have to start producing these things, electronic circuits, which means you have to make, where is it? Those things, copper cable, which are really annoying. But yes, this is all running. We are now using coal to get that sorted. If we just go down to the bottom left, we'll be able to see our steam engines, and they are performing quite well. As you can see, the water temperature is okay. We've got nice performance there. That is good. And yeah, that's all functioning. That is fine. Obviously, we can expand more steam engines as we wish. That is good. This is now pitch black, and I can't see what the hell is going on. Let me just put some more. Oh, we haven't got any more science packs. What I need to do is start researching or start changing it so we can get more science packs. Actually, what we want to do, though, realistically, is we really want to start making some walls, and we want to automate that, because having it manual is a massive pain. So let's get on with that. Let's get, say, I don't know, probably an inserter like that, and then we'll bring that onto a belt, which will go along like so. And the reason I want to do that is I'm just going to cancel those science packs. I've already got 5. I want to make some furnaces. There we go, stone furnace. And we also want, what was I going to do? Go down here and put the into there, so we can start researching. So we need furnaces, and we'll have furnace and furnace, double furnace, there and there, like so. And then we want I believe an assembly machine, but I'll check in a moment, because what happens is you need to smelt the stone. So we need some more inserters. You need to smelt the stone into stone brick to make walls. So there's stone brick. You see what it's made in. It says made in furnaces. And then we need to make walls, which require stone brick. So we need to put them in one of these. So they're going to come out of there. And actually probably into... There's that research, whatever it was. Oh, it was gun turrets. Now, we want to get laser turrets as fast as possible, but I think for the moment we will get a tool belt. No, we won't, because it requires science pack 2s. All we're doing at the moment is getting science pack 1 stuff, but these are like they're 50 each, which is not realistic. There's some armor. There's a good thing. Yes, armor is good. Let's put 2 boxes like so. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to smelt stone brick, and then what we want is to have another 2 going in here. Let me just pull these up, because these are in the way. Don't really care about this iron bit here. It's not really a massive issue for me. There we go. And then what we want is automated, and then they come out like so into a couple of boxes like this. And 1, 2. Hang on, 1, 2. And then this one, we're going to say you will create me stone walls. You will create me stone walls as well. So that is fine. We'll say iron. We'll say in here, we want to obviously manually put in coal, but what I can do if I really wanted to is make some wooden chests and say, you know what, in and in. Oh, hang on, rotate around, in and in like so. So it looks complicated, but it's not really when you actually think about it. Let's put 3 of them in there, 3 or 4, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So what's going to happen when I power this up? I purposely didn't power it up because I want to explain it all. This is our iron chest. There we go. Sorry, it's an iron chest, but it's got stone in it. That was a bit confusing. You can't make stone chests, which is interesting. Wouldn't make sense anywhere. How can you make a stone hinge? I'm sure you can, but there'll be some resistance on that. Anyway, so we got stone in here. What happens is that is put out by this belt onto this, by this inserter onto the belt. Comes along, then these inserters put it into the stone furnace. Stone furnace will take the coal from here to power itself up. I mean, we've manually done it, but once that runs out, it'll start doing that. And then it will start smelting stone brick. Stone brick then goes into this wooden chest here, which means that we can start adding it. If you don't have this and you instead have a production line like so, you can start getting some things stuck like that, for example. So it'll fill up and then it won't produce any more. Like you can see that these are not producing any more. Look, that's run out. You know, that stops producing once this line's filled up, okay? That's why you have to have speedy lines. And then once that's done, it will then put it into here, which takes stone brick and turns them into walls, which then put it into there. I've said all of that. Will it actually work? Let's make some more electrical cable, and we will start connecting this up. So I want one there and there, because I sort of stupidly didn't really bother with the whole measurement thing, which is a bit risky, but you know, it's just what we've gone. It's what we've gone with. Let's connect that up to there, and that up to there, and one last one there, and then this one goes down and connects up to that, and now that should start producing. So here we go. That inserter is happily taking stuff off the box and putting it into there. That is now smelting stone brick, and as you can see, it is smelting quite well. What I'm going to do is just put some more science pack 1s in the queue, and it looks like we have a little bit of an issue. We don't have enough iron. Sorry, we don't have enough enough stone coming out. So let's resolve that issue. It's quite easy to resolve as well. So we want iron chest. We know that that's going to go there. And then what we want to do is have this coming along like so. And hang on, I want to have that going on that side. Boomf. Now that should function. There we are. So now we've got both lines going. That's picking up. That's going into there. That's then putting it into that. And then we get stone walls. Right. That has worked. Okay, so I think we're going to leave it there because we have progressed on quite nicely there. We have just in one episode completely redone almost everything. In fact, it is the only thing I believe that has not changed since the last episode is that burner mining drill there. Everything else has been completely changed, obviously for the better. Next episode, what we need to do is start to think about producing science packs, automating science pack 1s, and in order to do that, you need to have copper plates and iron gear wheels. Iron gear wheels require you to use factories, which are these assembly machines here. I call them factories, but they're assembly machines. The entire thing is called a factory, I guess. And we then need to yeah, science pack 1s, iron gear wheels, and copper plates. There's some more research done, which is all good. We're going to start researching electronics. And go back to building here. Iron gear wheels, which are in there. We can see require iron plates. So it's not going to be too difficult to make, but we have to think about the overall idea and what we're going to do, because we don't want to do a little bit and then have to redo it. So, a lot to think about, a lot to worry about, and obviously I'll be including your comments, feedback, etc. as we progress on. Do you think we should put it down here? If so, it means a lot of clearing. Now, we could just get a flamethrower. Actually, we can't get a flamethrower because that's quite advanced technology, believe it or not. But what we do want while we're here is get iron armor, and I think I want a submachine gun as well, because I've currently got a lowly pistol and a little bit of ammo and no armor. So I am just in the standard stock suit thing. So that's not good. Either way, leaving it there. Next episode, more factory stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Comments in the comments, and generic partings.